Hi, guys. I want to go over the marketing concept with you. This PowerPoint really does introduce marketing, the basics, and then especially the marketing concept, which we'll talk about in more specifics. So, first off, what is marketing? Marketing is the process that involves planning, pricing, promotion, selling, and distributing products that are designed to satisfy the needs and wants of customers. This is really everything that we're going to learn throughout the rest of the year. So this is all of it. Um, we call planning, pricing, promoting, and placement of products the four P's, or also the marketing mix. So you'll hear that interchangeably. So anyway, super important there that you just remember that, and we'll talk about it more as we go throughout this unit. So the marketing process takes place all around you all the time, whether you realize it or not. Everything happening is either product placement, making products better by getting reviews from products where people get to give feedback. You see commercials. Sometimes you may even notice you'll have a conversation and then you go to social media and an ad pops up for that. Really crazy stuff happens when it comes to marketing. All businesses and organizations, not just some, need and use marketing. Okay, sometimes without even realizing it, they're taking place into marketing. Every decision that they make is driven by, or should be driven by, what the customer wants or what the customer needs. And how do we make those choices while generating a profitable business? Marketing is the development of mutually beneficial exchange relationships. Okay. You don't want just the seller to benefit. You don't want just the consumer to benefit. It's that relationship among the two. You want them both to be satisfied, profitable from it, where both sides are benefiting. And then where it's a continued um, transaction. That's what this relationship kind of goes into. You don't want it to be a one time thing. You want them to continue to come back. So I like that image for that. Without good marketing, businesses will not be successful in the marketplace. And we see it time and time again where businesses aren't successful and they have to close their doors. And you want to learn from that and say, how can we keep this from happening again? What changes can we make? And so forth. Businesses use marketing to increase their effectiveness and to increase their profits. Hopefully, increasing your effectiveness ultimately also impacts the profits. And that's why businesses are constantly changing, improving to keep up with their competitors, or they find a better way to do a task. And so they're going to do that to be more effective and to drive the profits. All right. So marketing bridges the gap between us and the maker or seller of an item. Okay. It's kind of like that middleman, the interface, what brings the product to us. It says marketing brings the products to us, but we are not required. So we're not required to travel to factories or farms to buy the things we want. Although this is kind of a new thing right now, farm to table. We hear it. You see farmers markets, but in general, marketing is a big part of the distribution and making those connections from the manufacturer to the customer. Marketing is a process that begins with planning that focuses on satisfying the needs and wants of customers. So, and it's not just something that happens up front, it is continual. It is the cycle, constantly um, responding to the market, constantly responding to customers, constantly responding to competitors, responding to the economy, so forth. So it's never, never ending. Why do we need marketing? Well, goods and products will not be successful without good marketing. We can even take something as simple as a mousetrap, and we can learn from that and how it's marketed. We have here Ralph Waldo Emerson said, if a man can write a better book, preach a better sermon, or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, though he build his house in the woods, the world will make a beaten path to his door. So if someone can make a better mousetrap, and I know that he is down the road, through the woods, up the mountain, wherever he is, I'm going to make a way to get there, to get the better, whatever it is that I want. Okay. Because it's meeting a want or a need. So we have a video here about the history of the mousetrap, and you can watch this on your own at some point. But we look at some of the different types of mousetraps. We have one here. The stainless steel mousetrap promises to provide years of service, and it may be the best mousetrap in the world, but it's not the best selling mousetrap. Why? Just because it's the best? Why is it not the best selling? We can look and say, well, we can look at this. This is the best selling mousetrap on the market. And so we can look and we can discuss why. Why do you think this one sells better than this one? Well, so it could be lots of factors. Could be cost, could be availability. It could be knowing about it. I've never seen this mousetrap before this PowerPoint. So why do we need marketing? If customers want a cheap, disposable mousetrap, marketing will strive to create and provide that product at a profit. So let's look here and say, all right, if a mouse gets in here and it works, it kills it, what am I going to have to do with that mouse? I'm going to have to dispose of it. I'm going to have to clean it, so forth. And I probably, most likely, I know positively, I do not want to have to do that. And so that's why it says here, people want a cheap, disposable mousetrap. Okay. So marketing will strive to create what the customers want and what the customers need. The other one, while it may be the best, is it what customers want and need? And so we're going to look at just some examples here. We've got the McLean Deluxe was introduced in 1991 to capitalize on the then popular fat-free trend. It contained 90% lean beef and 10% water. Not surprisingly, customers didn't really want a low-fat hamburger. If they're going to eat a hamburger, they're wanting it to be what? Good. Crystal Pepsi was introduced in 1992 as a clear cola to capitalize on the popularity of pure products. It quickly failed, and the company lost millions of dollars on crystal clear Pepsi. Consumers, yes, they may like clear beverages, but they refuse to buy a clear cola. Wonder how many of you would try this. Oh, look, Crystal Pepsi makes a temporary comeback. It's a great article here you can read on that. I don't even remember this. I'm assuming this was probably from my childhood years. Don't remember it. While some products may fail, marketing works to create the goods and services that customers actually want to buy. So now let's talk about this marketing concept. The marketing concept means that we are focused on satisfying customers' wants and needs while also making a profit. And that's the whole reason why we're in business, to generate a profit. And in doing so, we want to have satisfied customers by satisfying their wants and needs. The marketing concept is a company wide commitment to customer satisfaction. Whole Foods is a good example of a company practicing the marketing concept. They realize that people want organic, healthier foods. And so that's what they work to provide, just one place where you can come and find organic and healthier foods. Whole Foods Market was purchased by Amazon in 2017 for $13.7 billion. If you are not following what Amazon is doing in the food industry, you're gonna want to watch up. Or to be watching. Major cities already are being impacted by Amazon Food Market, but before long, it won't be long. We'll have it here in Arkansas too. So make sure you're aware and know what all Amazon is doing. I mean, they pretty much have all markets covered. Henry Ford almost went out of business because he had a production orientation and did not fully understand the marketing concept. He was all about produce, 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 but he failed to take into account what the customers' wants were. We can see here's a quote of his: any customer can have a car painted any color that he wants, so long as it's black. And, I think it was called a T model. Somebody can probably correct me on that. But his first cars, everyone was exactly the same. There was no customization because it was just to produce them as quickly as possible. Businesses must develop strategies that will encourage customers to return. All businesses need repeat customers. And so the part of the marketing concept, it just doesn't say to give customers their wants and needs, but it says to have satisfying relationships where you give customers their wants and needs. So it's all focused on the customer and finding ways to get them to return, to be repeat customers. If there's a restaurant and everybody comes just one time but never repeats, they're going to go out of business. So you want to make sure that you get them to come to your business more than once. The marketing concept begins with identifying and focusing on what is important to the target market, developing and marketing products or services to satisfy the needs and wants of the target market, and operating the businesses profitably. And that is the end of this PowerPoint. We will be looking at over the next 3 weeks, we will be updating this. Let me go back here. We will be doing this over the next 3 weeks. So I don't want you to look at it and think it's overwhelming for now. But so far in this PowerPoint, some of the things that we clearly talked about were the marketing concept and wants and needs. And we'll talk about in a little bit more details wants versus needs, the difference between those two. But for sure, go ahead and do your definition of the marketing concept. For my sketch or example, I would almost put like a scale, I think is what I would do. So I would go to insert image. I want to upload from the web. And I'm going to do a scale. I'll insert this. All right. going to put mine up here. And then I would put a text here that says like customers wants and needs. And then change that to white. And then over here, I would just put that then you're also going to have to balance that with a profit. And that would be kind of like my way of remembering what this one was. Let me look at my format options. It's kind of hard to see this. I'm going to just change the shadow to white. See if I can't see it a little bit better. There we go. A little bit better. Probably should have chose a different color. Other things you can do here is I bet I could fill this cell. Yeah, I can change the cell color too if I want, just so that it stands out more. So anyway, you're going to get to make this your own because this is going to be for your note-taking purposes. So you can make it fit your needs and how you want it. But then right here, I would probably just go to the internet to get my definition or back to the PowerPoint. And then my sketcher example will go here. All right. So hope that helps. That's how you're going to do these. And again, we're going to be filling in this entire note-taking guide as we go through the whole 2.1 unit, which is going to take 2 to 3 weeks because we're going to combine it with 2.6. So we're going to spend a few weeks just right here learning the basics of marketing, because everything else we learn the rest of the school year is going to be based off of this information.